In the last two videos, we have seen some of the process in the paddy field. In today's video, we are going to see that in step by step and more detailed way. If you are new to this channel, I teach English comprehensible way so that you don't forget it. You don't need to by heart so many synonyms. You don't need to by heart the content structure. All you have to do it, listen multiple times. That's the only solution. Listen multiple times, just repeat that. Listen multiple times, then repeat that. That is far more enough to get it started. That is far more enough to get it started initially. Then once you get the rhythm, once you get the control out of it, then there you go. I am here to push you a little bit further. Uh, just be get out of your comfort zone slowly and think that you can also learn English. You can also speak in front of others. Just have that in mind. The process I'm going to say is this is particularly applicable to the paddy field. Let's start with land preparation, then followed by you need to select a right variety of seed, right quality of seed. Then you prepare the nursery bed for the this seed plantation. Then we have to transport the those nursery plants to the actual field. Then you have to care about the water management. Then you have to care about the weed. So weed is nothing but take away all nursery plants away from the actual plants. Then you apply the fertilizer, you apply the pesticides, then the finally storage. Let's start with land preparation. So when you prepare a land, right, you plow it, you plow using tractor. So what happened is you need to start with the plowing process. Plowing, as I said in the previous video, it makes soil loose, and also you need to flat the soil. After plow it, there will be ups and downs in the soil. Also you need to flat the field. The reason why we flat the field is that, so when the irrigation goes into the field, the irrigation water has to spread across the field like this, spread across the field, so that we don't miss any part of the field without any water or less water. So we should provide equal water to all the plants. That's why there is a level management here. Then for example, assume that you have a 2 acres of land. You're going to start the paddy thing. For example, they take the small portion of land, very small portion of land. Assume that this is the land which they're going to plant it, which they're going to plant the paddy. What they do is they take the very small portion of the field to create the nursery bed. It is not a typically nursery bed. They what they do is they create the temporary bunch. They create a new temporary bunch, and they select the seed. They select the bed seed. Of course, they since they have experience, they know which seed grow well. So which seed requires less fertilizers, less pesticides. They know it very well. So they are good with the selection of the seeds. What they do is they they have the temporary bunch here, and they throwing or scattering the seeds, that particular portion for the seeds to germinate, seeds to sprout, and after 15-20 days seedling is ready to transplant it. What they do is they pluck it off those seedlings. They transplant it from the nursery bed to the actual field, so now we have seen what is the level management. Then we seen the selection of seed. Then we seen how they prepare the nursery, and we seen how they transplant it. Then comes the water management. Once you transplant it, make sure that you supply right amount of water across all the fields. As I said in my previous video, there will be irrigation, there will be a irrigation channel, which goes from the motor room, which goes into from the motor room to all the places. So it covers all the fields. Whenever the field is required water, they cut it off the bunds partially, then the flow of water will goes into the particular field. This is how it happens. This is how it happens. So we cover the water management. Then comes the weed. Weed is nothing but the unwanted plants, you call it. What happened in the field is, right, when you have more weeds in the field, it takes all the nutritions, all the energy from the soil. So our our goal is, we need a more grains, we need a more paddy, right? So if the weed take away all the energy, all the nutrition from the soil, the actual plant will not grow faster, will not grow as much as we expected. Make sure that you weed out before applying the fertilizers, because what happened is, if you do fertilizer before weed, it takes all the energy, it takes all the nutrition. So make sure that you just weed out all the unnecessary, unwanted plants. Make sure your make sure your plants grow wealthier, and it takes all the energy, takes all the nutrition from the soil. That's how it goes. So now we done a weed out. So then the fertilizer. The fertilizer is nothing but like this phosphorus, this urea they call it but what I know is the urea and phosphorus, potassium, all these I know. They apply into the field, into the field, which they usually do it manually. The main issue the farmer face nowadays, they use a lot of pesticides. They're not doing intentionally. We have no other way nowadays. So I'm not getting into the argument of what is good, what is bad. And by their experience, they know which variety to choose, which variety will withstand with all those insects, bugs. So also this is, this process is linked to the process which is said in the earlier. You need to choose the right variety of seed, nice healthy seed, so that it don't get affected by insects easily. So that's what, every process you need to take care very well. By the experience you get, you learned all these things. Initially when you started something, right, you need to be careful about each process, okay, because every process will affect other process. So that make sure that all goes into nice way. Initially it's not possible, I understood, but just try it. That's the only solution. Now we done our pesticides. Now here it comes the harvest. Harvest is nothing but getting the paddy, the grains out of the paddy straw. There is a machinery available nowadays. So it just does in just 1 or 2 hours for the field of 1 to 2 acres. So we have all the machineries in place. Then comes the storage. So you have done the harvest. Now here comes the storage. Storage is a big thing, the big problem nowadays the farmers face, because uh, if they have 5 to 6 acres, they have a tiny home, they have a small home, they don't have a space to storage all these sacks. So what they do is, they have a common place. They have a common place to store all these paddy, but it is not available in all the villages. It is there in very few villages. What the people nowadays usually do is, as soon as they harvest, they dry up for 1 or 2 days, then they hand over to the respective team or respective organization or respective things. Because if they keep long, if the rain comes, it's a it's a loss for them. So as soon as they harvest, as soon as they dry 1 or 2 days, then they shift the things and get the money as soon as possible. So in this video we have seen 10 different process that happen in the paddy field. I hope this video sounds well. Even I hope that compared to previous video, I feel that I have improved a little bit in terms of my presentation, in terms of my I come up with the presentation. So for all the videos, there is a effort is required. So I assume that not only me, all the YouTubers, they are, if they're creating good content, there is some effort required. Please do subscribe and like it. And what you thought about, what do you think about this video, please do comment. I'm happy to hear the comments from you guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye.